second week of practice comes to an end, the Bulldogs have a lot to look forward to as they further prepare for the maroon and white scrimmage on April 12th. As last week was more of an introductory period, this week has shifted into more plays being implemented and setting a more serious tone. Moving forward with each practice, players are trying to earn spots, impress coaches, and learn the offense and defense. Hail State Beat's Bob Carskadden has more on some of the younger players competing for their time on the field.
Halfway into the spring, the introductory period is over, and now some of the young players are having chances to prove themselves in front of coaches, in practice, and at scrimmages to show that they can play in 2014. A few of those guys looking to make a push on both sides of the ball, starting on offense and in the backfield with Brandon Holloway. The sophomore running back transferred over from receiver and has made a quick impression on his coaches, coming out of the backfield with a lot of speed and a lot of pass catching ability that Darius Perkins offered the last couple of years for Mississippi State. With Billy Gonzalez in the wide receivers group, Fred Ross, who played as a true freshman last year, has been one of those to step up. He was injured through much of the season and wasn't able to ever get into a rhythm, but the coaches feel that now, with a full offseason under his belt, he may be ready to make a move for the Bulldogs. Defensively, Des Harris, who redshirted last year, a very long and athletic linebacker for Jeff Collins, has been one of the stars of practice. He had sacks, pass breakups, and several tackles in Mississippi State's most recent scrimmage, including a pick six off of Damian Williams. The freshman is behind such big players like Bernard McKinney, Matt Wells, and Maniquez Brown, but he is likely to play a good bit in his first year on the field. Elsewhere on the defense, in the secondary, Will Redmond, who played a little bit last year after being suspended for the first half of the season, has made a very strong push in the spring. He may become MSU's nickel cornerback, one of the top three guys on the team, could even push guys like Tevez Calhoun and Jamerson Love for time as a starting quarterback. A very athletic player, Will Redmond was one of the top-rated corners in his class. He's finally getting the chance to show some of that potential. On the defensive line, A.J. Jefferson, a sophomore defensive end, played a little bit last year for David Turner and his group, maybe stepping into that role as a third defensive end behind Preston Smith and Ryan Brown, basically the first backup in off the sideline. He's done very well in practice, and David Turner even said he may be the most consistent guy they've had since the spring began.
After 3 tough days of practice, the week concluded with the first scrimmage of the spring in Davis-Wade Stadium, where fans were able to get a first look at the team in a game setting. Over the next 2 weeks, the team will work on perfecting their roles and getting ready for the maroon and white scrimmage during Super Bulldog weekend. For Hail State TV, I'm Abigail Strickland.